situations breed. Don't know what they told you, I'm a holy soldier.
You got to come ready, ready. That's mind, body, soul, ready to work. But with anything you do, you got to come ready. If you're playing sports, you want to show up ready. That's at practice. You show up ready. Game, show up ready. So in business, just show up ready. You got to show up ready. Ready to work. Ready to put the work in. Because sometimes the mentality has a lot to do with how you perform. Now, we have a slogan oftentimes, look good, feel good, play good. Well, what about if you look good, feel good, work good? We give confidence, right? Like the barbering industry, we give people confidence. You come in, get a cut, leave out with confidence. They say we sell confidence. Well, we selling something that we ought to possess as well. So what we selling, the product we selling, we ought to possess it. So I should have confidence in what I'm doing. So I show up, and confidence should exude out of our mind, out of our mouth, out of our behavior, out of our character, and spill on the client. So we come with confidence. And of course, we give them that professional cut that also helps them lead with confidence. Not only just natural confidence, because we in a business, to be honest with you, we in a vain business. Vanity, right? It's vanity for a moment. But we don't just want to give them something for a moment. We want to give them something that's lasting.
So how do that type, like that mindset, help with growing business? And when you show up, are you showing up for the business? Are you showing up for the customer? Like when you show up, how you show up, who are you showing up for?
I guess, all of the above, if you will. But because of the profession, oftentimes for me and for the culture of this shop, we show up for the people. We show up for the people because it's like we have created this environment, being able to socialize, being able to assimilate, associate with one another. And we are providing a service that the clients need. So the return is resources, right? The return is connections, network. But we show up for them because they need us. We're in a service business and we are essential. And so we show up for them. And how we show up is important. How we show up is important. So sometimes we gotta wipe the dust off our face, dry the tears off out our eyes, and come in the shop and let's get it. Not that we can't have a bad day, not that we can't be down, but because so many people depend on us, we got to keep our energies up, if you will. Got to keep our spirit up, because I think in the world we're in today, people like vibes, good vibes. They like that. Now, good energy. That's a word that they slang around a lot. So how you keep a good vibe? How you keep good energy? You got to make sure nothing is tainting your spirit, nothing is tainting your mentality, nothing is knocking you off your focus and what you're supposed to be doing. Hopefully that answers your question.
Yeah. So how do you cultivate the right vibe in the shop?
Yeah.
For a customer, like how you know the vibe of customer, how you settle on the vibe that you want your customers to have.
Yeah. I think your personality tends to play a part in your life. Your personality, once again, flows from you. So what type of personality you have, and that personality will bleed out, and it will bleed out everywhere you go. You affect the room. You're like a fragrance. It becomes like a fragrance that affect the room. You become like a thermostat. You set the temperature. So what do you want? What do you want it to be like? Well, be what you want it to be like. And when you become what you want it to be like, it'll flow from a natural place. It's authentic. You're not trying to manufacture something. It's who you are, and it just bleeds out.
You think that helps clients come back? Like
Yeah.
Like not only just the cut, but I'm going there.
Yeah.
The environment of the shop.
You know, people say people may forget what you told them. They may forget what you've done for them. But they say very few people will hardly ever forget how you made them feel. So if how you make someone feel is important, then you stick to that. Even if somebody goes somewhere else, they might not get the same feeling. Not that everything is about a feeling, but a good feeling is welcomed. And so how to make people feel good. And that when you're in the business of serving, you're more selfless. You're selfless. You're not selfish. You're selfless because you're trying to service someone else.
Any tips on cultivating shop environments?
Yeah. Do business. Do business. Like, I remember I think it was Mr. Gilbert told us, if it's a barbershop, let it be a barbershop. So when you think about, like, what's the purpose? What's the goal? What's the end goal? So if you're gonna do business, and that's all the way around. And grind, like make yourself valuable. Make people want your service. Barbershops are everywhere. Businesses are everywhere. We don't have the first business. So what would make a person stop here? You got to have, you heard me say it before, I said, sticky products. You got to have a product that will stick. And I would tell that person, have a product that sticks.
How do you know your sticky product? Like, let's get into that. You know, how would you tell a barber how to assess to pick their sticky product?
Yeah. One way is to, free enterprise, supply and demand, right? So find out the demand and can you supply? Hear the negative speech concerning the business you're going in. Learning is both negative and positive. Hear the complaints and solve their problem. So if you hear the complaint, solve the problem. And when you solve the problem, that becomes a sticky product. That becomes a product that sticks because you're solving people's problems. And when you solve people's problems, they don't mind paying. Glory to God. When you solve people's problems, they don't mind paying. You know, here's another tip for business and growth. Who are you trying to attract? Right? Like in the old days, they fished by way of a net. The net would drag the bottom of the sea. And whatever the net catches, that whatever got caught in the net comes up. Well, nowadays you can fish for a certain type of fish. Bass fish, shoe picks, catfish. There are different ways to fish. So, who is your targeted audience? Who you want? Is it come one, come all? Who do you want? So you groom yourself for your audience. Groom yourself for the people you want to attract. People always used to say, the law of attraction. Well, if you believe in the law of attraction, if that's what you believe in, well, become what you want to attract. If you want to attract something that's green and growing, then grow and flourish. If you want to attract something that's positive, be positive. So who are you targeting? How do you reach those type of people? You got to figure it out, find that out, and then you reach for them.
Do you think it's easy to not pay attention to the business aspect in barbering? Like, cause I'm listening to everything you're saying, and that's research, you know? So do you think it's like, kind of like, okay, if I was cut, that's all I need, you know? I'm in my cut, I know how to cut it.
Right,
so I
right.
might lack on the
Right.
research side and,
Yeah.
branding and target audience.
And so what's your question would be?
Do you think,
The business side?
yeah, you
Yeah.
think like a lack or lack of attention, paying attention to those type of things you're talking about?
Yeah, well, again, you gotta wanna grow, right? You gotta wanna grow. So if I say like this here, everybody probably could cut hair. Everybody probably could fade. I'm talking about that's opening business. So again, how can you be different? What can you bring to the table that's different from the next man down the street that's fading? The next man down the street that's giving blurry fades, that's giving straight lines. What can you offer that client or clients that wanna stick with you? Now we get into, if I look at, okay, my cuts are fire. My cuts are fire. If I feel that way, what's next? What's the next thing? What about my attitude? What about, again, my disposition? What about my heart? What about my integrity? What about my character? These things need to be evident as well, because again, I'm trying to attract clients to me, not just, because they might come up, I give them a fire haircut, but they might not like my attitude. It's like going to a restaurant. Going to a restaurant, food might be good, but the service was horrible. So yeah, you're gonna say the food was good, but the service was horrible. Now, who you gonna invite? Who you gonna tell about that restaurant? Who you gonna tell go there? If the greeter meets you at the door and was nasty with you, then you probably ain't gonna return. Well, let's go to church. Let's go to the house of God. Okay? You know, let's say the word was good. Let's say the worship was good. Good worship, everything. But the people that was there, the person that met you, the usher, nasty. The people that opened the door for you, nasty. If the people was in there was nasty, even though the worship was good, the word was good, but yet how the other people, the usher people treated you was nasty. So you have a fire. I know I look like I took the long street. A fire, your skills could be fire. But if your attitude bad, if your mind bad, then you turn away people, even though your cuts are fire. And then, you only draw a certain type of people to your business. So if you want clientele retention, you move a certain way. You deal with, again, if I'm fishing for bass, I gotta know how to catch bass. So if I'm fishing for a certain type of client, I need to know how to fish for them. If I don't know how to fish for them, then I'm just winging it. I'm just hoping. People go sit on the bank hoping. They ain't fishing, they hoping they catch something.
So we were some ways you think you fish for clients. What's some ways you thought you fish for clients back in the day?
Back in the day, it was more word of mouth, right? It was more word of mouth than anything, You had your friends, of course, your friends give you a shot. Then when you cut somebody's hair, the haircut gets seen. So you make the haircut, because that haircut is your business card. So that gonna speak. A business card just say what you do. The haircut show what you do. So I have a business card, that don't mean I can cut. So that haircut itself is your business. When that person leave out your chair, make sure they're nice. And make your haircut. Just like I say, sticky products, but what make your haircut stand out though? What is your fingerprint? What's your fingerprint? What makes them say, oh man, people say that, oh man, that's a Rican Corey haircut there. What made them say that? What make up, because you didn't put a stamp on it, you put a seal on it. It's a certain way your haircuts look. And see, it's called finishing. Like in sports, everybody not a finisher. Glory to everybody not a closer. So can you finish the cut? When you finish the cut, it's like a detail. It's almost like a hat sitting on the person's head. It's like set on that, just fit the canvas. A lot of barbers have to learn how to finish the cut. And when the cut is finished, it's gonna stand out. One of my teachers, like lining behind the ears, getting the hair out the earlobe. So the person that see it, they don't know what they seeing. All they know is it's popping out. That's all they know. The haircut is popping. You saw the car clean, tires clean, that car popping out, it's clean. So most people that's looking, they don't know exactly what they're looking at. They just know that haircut popping. You, as the barber, have to know what it takes to make it pop. One of the things we used to do in school, when I was in barber school, we clowned all day. We really challenged people in barber school. We'll sit the client down, and we'll go sit in the other chair. Turn the client where I can see the side there. I want to know when people, if he going south or north, and the person coming east or west, I want to know what they're going to see. So turn them sideways. I want to see what everybody else see. And when I look at the haircut and I see something off from what the naked eye see, I'm going to fix that. Because I want the naked eye to see something. If he walking north, somebody else walking south, I want to turn him toward me. Turn that client straight in front of me. I want to look at it. I want to see what they see. And so they see it. If they see it's off, I'm going to fix it. Because I want to see what they are seeing. And I'm going to fix that so when they see it, it pops out. Insane. Yeah, insane. It's the insanity of the barber. Most barbers check people. If you you can ask any barber, when they go anywhere, they're gonna check out a dude haircut. They're gonna check out a dude haircut. That's what we do. We check haircuts out. And we try to figure out either what we could do on that type of haircut or what that barber did to get the haircut like that.